What's happening, family? Dr. Joe here. Hope each of you are well and blessed. We've talked about this before. How and why did you gain all the weight back? But it's kind of one of those things you can't talk about too much because so many people who've gone through any weight loss program or any type of diet have these issues. All right. And these are three things for all of you who've lost weight or who are in the process of losing weight and you want to keep it off and you don't want to rebound, which no person who loses weight wants to. I want you to keep these things in mind. The three fundamental things that you have to understand is number one, when you are losing weight, you are establishing systems that you have to adhere to. And you have to look at it from the vantage point of systems. And when I say systems, water intake, two, eating the right foods, three, avoiding the wrong foods, four, an exercise regimen, five, being consistent. These are things that it takes for every person to lose weight. And likewise, these are the things that it requires to maintain that weight loss. So what happens is when people lose the weight, they start to veer from those systems. Sometimes they veer from one system more than the other. Maybe you'll stop drinking your water. Maybe you don't exercise as much. Maybe you go out to eat more. Maybe you're not as strict in the things that you don't eat. Maybe you have multiple cheat meals and cheat days. What you're doing is you're creating habits that's getting away from those systems. So whatever gets you to your goal, you have to remember it's required that you do those same things to continue to maintain yourself. Whatever it takes to get you there is what you have to do if you want to stay there. So begin to look at your life in terms of systems and analyze what system are you getting away from. For a lot of people, it may be one. For a lot of people, it may be more than one. For a lot of people, it may be all of them. But for those of you all who gain the weight back, when you start to look at the systems that you have pulled away from, you'll begin to see the exact area of your problem and where you need to put your focus. All right. That's number one. All right. The second thing that you have to do is you have to weigh yourself every single day. A lot of people go against this. A lot of people say it creates anxiety. A lot of people say you can't do it. You shouldn't do it. And let me tell you the reason why. The reason why you want to weigh yourself every day is because two reasons. Number one, it's almost impossible to get on the scale Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you see increases in your weight and not do something about it. It's just a psychological trigger that when you see that scale going up, it inspires you through accountability to do something. A lot of people won't weigh themselves because they don't want to know. They don't want to face what they know they've done. But when you're weighing yourself every day, number one, it creates that accountability and it allows you to see yourself increasing. And it's a hack. If you see that scale going up, something's going to trigger on the inside of you that makes you want to do something about it. But the second thing that it does is it's a lot easier to lose 5 pounds that I've gained over against 10 pounds. It's a lot easier to lose 5 pounds over against 15. It's a lot easier when I lose 5 pounds over against 20. And when you're weighing yourself each and every day, you help to put measures or alarms, right? If somebody opens the door when the alarm is on, it buzzes. That's what that scale is as it goes up. It's alarming, saying, hey, it's time for me to act. That's the second thing that you have to do. The third thing that you want to remember is this. You have to, when you get to your goal weight, you have to give yourself leeway. That means, you may travel, life may happen, you may have holidays, things happen. Okay, you're not going to be your ideal weight every single day of your life. No person, you shouldn't be. But you need to give yourself a ceiling, which means that if you hit said ceiling, that you're going to do whatever you need to do for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however long it takes to get back to where you need to be. Now, what I suggest this ceiling to be is no more than 5% of whatever your weight is. Let's say, for instance, to keep it easy, if you're a 150-pound person and that's your goal weight, you're trying to maintain 150 pounds. All right, 5% of 150 pounds is what, half of 15? What's that? 7, 8 pounds, right? All right. So you, in your mind, you should never let yourself gain more than 8 pounds without going back in some type of extended, intentional, cut to get back to 150. This is the key. And this is where people mess up. All right. That's where that alarm has to go off, to where you say, okay, I'm stopping playing. I'm not fooling around. I'm stopping doing this. I'm stopping doing that. I'm buckling down. Now, when you allow that 5% to be the ceiling, the beauty of what I'm telling you is, if you're 5% above where you need to be, so if you're a 150-pound person and you've gained 8 pounds, if you're a 200-pound person, you gain 10 pounds, or whatever that equation is based upon where you are. When you let 5 pounds be the ceiling, you'll never be more than 2 to 4 weeks away from being where you need to be. And see what happens with the mind, whenever you say, well, all I got to do is buckle down, maybe detox, maybe get a fast here and there, 3 weeks, I'm back in the game. See, what happens is we let that 5% turn into 10%. So if you're a 150-pound person, 10% of your body weight is 15 pounds. Going from 165 to 150 may take you 2 months. Whereas going from 158 back to 150 may take you 3 weeks. The more weight you gain, the exponentially longer it takes, and the more effort you have to extend in order to get back to where you say you want to be. All right, gang, this is like gold, what I just shared with you guys. And the reason why I know it's gold is because I've been there and I've made the mistakes. Okay, so keep those things in mind. Whatever comments you have, post below. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.